Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well, and welcome back to what will be the first episode of our Dead Man's Hand Redux project log. So, where do we begin? I picked up the Dead Man's Hand Redux starter set on Kickstarter after buying a box of the Gunfighters at a tabletop sale. Really liked these. That was £5, an absolute bargain. Really liked them, and I put them together and thought, right, what's this Dead Man's Hand game all about? Saw the Kickstarter, joined the Facebook group, went all in on the Kickstarter, got myself a nice starter box with the extras and bits and bobs. I did do an unboxing. Poop. I'll put a link up there. Don't know why I said poop. Maybe I should say pachow, or no, that's Uncle Atom, isn't it? Anyway, so I bought the starter box. I finally got myself a hobby space, which you might hear me talk about in previous videos. So now I've got somewhere I can sit down, I can build models, I can paint miniatures, I can get back to, the joy of hobby. So I'm doing this project log basically as a means of keeping me on track, seeing where I'm at, and just seeing how the progress and the collection, I suppose, grows, because it's been growing. The collection's gotten bigger since the starter box. More on that in a minute. So right now, where we're at, we've assembled 10 of the Gunfighters from our original box. We've painted 5 of them. That's these chaps here. I don't know if you can see them on the video. Yeah, so these are our first 5, which I'm quite pleased with, actually. They come out quite well. They're a mix of speed paint and just some Vallejo, a bit of Citadel paint. I'm no good at doing eyes, so there's no chance of them being done. I want to go over a few highlights on some of them. I'm pleased with them. We've got the other 5 left to prime. Obviously get painted up. We've painted some cacti, which we did do a little video tutorial on. Nice quick and easy steps. So I've got some nice scatter now for my board. Again, I might go over these and pick out some more of the details. For tabletop standard, I'm quite happy with them. I've got the Scarred Man prepped. He's ready to start painting this week, I think. We've also built, popping that one side, we built one of the buildings so far. Inside I've got some Dead Man's Hand bits and bobs, some Legends of the West in there, who again, waiting for paint. Put that back on there. So yeah, we're making a bit of progress. Oh, we've also got these wagons as well. A couple of wagons. I'm keeping this one detachable. Just so, well, we can have a open top or a covered wagon, depending on what the scenario in the game dictates or what we want it to look like on the table that day. So yes, we've got a fair bit going on. I've bought extras along the way as well. I picked up the, where are we? I picked up the Time Machine set. Where are we? This one. The Professor and the Time Machine. Nice, lovely terrain piece. Again, I've done a little video review on that. Got that to paint up. I also picked up the Citizens set, which I don't think is available now. Or it's only available in the Stranger set, I believe, after the release of the good book, the good book, not the book of the Lord. The book, the good. So yeah, that comes with some beautiful metal miniatures. Which again, I need to do a little bit of clean up on them. Tie them up a bit before I get them based and primed and get them painted. But yeah, so that's these chaps from that light's in the way. But yeah, lovely set. Looking forward to getting them painted up. That's something else. Yeah, I need a game mat. I haven't got a game mat yet. I've seen a few online. I'm up in the air about what I want to buy. I don't know how big of a mat to buy. Do I buy too big? Do I buy too small? I don't know. I've seen people recommend anything from 2x2 to 3x3, and the others saying get a 6x4. There's no way I'm getting a game of 6x4 in my house. My dining table's not big enough. But yeah, that's a thought again for the future, purpose of the project log. What else have we got going on? We picked up the book, The Good, to go on an add-on to our games. There's the cards. The book is down here somewhere. Where are we? Slot that in there. Yeah, so you know, we've got a fair bit going on, a fair bit planned for the future. Oh, I picked up these guys as well. These are some of the dead like cowboys and things. I didn't realise they'd be metal, which is cool. I think I picked up dead cowboys or lawmen and dead strangers. So I think the dead strangers are dead versions of these guys, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I've got them to work on and get painted up, because I know one of our followers commented on a previous video. I said, oh, it would be interesting getting some painting up some of the dead cowboys and things. So I was picking some up anyway, but I might do a little video on them as well. I've got a few MDF kits there to get built and work through. I picked up a saloon sort of set dressing kit. They're like solid resin cast pieces, like a bar and shelves and tables and things. Again, just nice stuff to get painted, work through. But yeah, so getting back to the project, we've got a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, as Cilla Black used to say. My biggest concern going forward is getting things primed over the winter, because where I am, we tend to get very, very wet, very cold, and very damp winters. So, in my infinite wisdom, because, you know, if you're going to do something, go all in, right? Bought myself an airbrush kit and a compressor. So I'm going to get my head around that and do some priming and things like that. I think that'll help with some of the buildings as well, getting them painted. I've seen people mention they've run some contrast paints through them over like a black base coat and a zenithal and things like that, just get a nice result on the buildings. Yeah, so I've got me airbrush to keep things primed, keep things going over the winter. I might even, if I can get a sunny day and get enough built, I'll get everything primed then. But going forward, as well as this lovely lot, which we're going to work on, make some tweaks to, we've got 2 more buildings from the starter set to put together. I need to build the scatter from the starter set, build the scatter. I've seen, there's a gent on YouTube, and I've just watched his video, and I cannot think of his name, I'm really sorry. He's done really interesting with the scatter stuff, where he's splitting round bases, so you can butt bases together, almost in 2 halves. You can take them apart, bump up against buildings, things like that. I'm going to borrow his idea. I've done the same. I bought some bases at the weekend ready to do it. Yeah, so for your barrels and things like that, I'll work through that. And I'm going to do that with my scatter. I've just got the boardwalks to do. I've got a lot of the Metal Legends of the West miniatures to get through as well. So obviously I'm working on the Scarred Man. He's going to be painted next, I think. I've also got, who have we got? We've got Wild Bill himself. We've got, where are the boxes? There, to hand. Yeah, so we got Wild Bill, Scarred Man, like I said. In here we've got, is it Buckshot Roberts? I think it's, yeah, there we go. Buckshot Roberts as well. I've also got, is it John Bridges, which we're calling him, Rooster Coburn from True Grit. I've got him there as well to get based. But no, it's been interesting, the Dead Man's Hand range, because I've never really been a fan of metal miniatures, and I've got to get to grips with them now. I've got to, you know, master them, as it were. You know, there's some tidy up needed on some metal miniatures. I mean, look at this guy. He's great, isn't he? He's really, really cool. But yeah, so it's almost like a whole new skill set for me. I'm used to just working with plastic and resin. So I'm looking forward to it anyway. But that's another challenge for me, which is interesting. You know, it's something else for me to sink my teeth into and get my head around. I know people like metal miniatures, you know, the weight of them and things like that, and they do feel quite nice when they're on a base. But yeah, so that's a brief sort of overview of our project. I'm going to keep updating the channel with things as we go. I think the plan will be I'll do maybe some individual videos if I'm painting something or I'm looking at something specific. Or doing like a little review. But I think I'm going to keep coming back to the project log every couple of weeks maybe. You know, this is where we're at now. This is what we've got painted. This is what we've got built. And go from there, because I want to say I'm not going to make any more purchases, but I really, really, really want to train. But that's definitely, that's literally down the line. No, so we've got plenty to get on with at the moment. Got to finish off our starter box. I've still got more. I think I've got about 15 more miniatures I can build in there on the sprues as well, which that's going to be a project to sit down with a day. I might even do that with my son. See if he wants to build some and get some painted with me. But yeah, so we've got a lot to be getting on with. I'm quite excited. This is the game that has got me back into the hobby. So I'm really, really looking forward to see where it goes with this little collection of mine and start getting some games in, because confession time, I still haven't played a game. I've watched a lot of footage of people playing the game. I like the look of the game, but I've not actually played a game. So I think I need to fix that as well. But no, that's everything for this episode of the Project Log then, guys. I put a couple of videos, a couple of pictures up and things like that over the videos. We've been talking of little things that I might have forgotten. But yeah, hopefully you'll join me on this journey. You'll stick around. Any suggestions, any tips and tricks as well for things like working with metals, painting metals. Yeah, and let's see where it takes us. You know, I'm excited. Got a hobby space again. I've got a nice project to sink my teeth into over the autumn and winter. And yeah, maybe I'll even get a game in and record something. Who knows? I'll try and encourage the future wife to have a game. She likes a game, but we'll see what happens there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope I haven't just chatted your heads off and been boring or anything. If you like what you're seeing, drop us a follow, a like, a subscribe. I don't know, press the bell. I've heard people saying press the bell. Press the bell. Yeah, to keep up to date. And I'm thinking if the channel grows, we might do a couple of giveaways and things like that, because I've got a lot of surplus stuff at the moment as well. So the next stage of the project, as we discussed, not necessarily in this order. We're going to put together the next 2 buildings from the starter box. We're going to build the scatter terrain. We're going to base the Metal Legends of the West and the Civilian sets. Get them nice based, ready for priming, ready for paint. And the bonus stage, as it were, we're going to paint the Time Machine from the Professor set. So I've done a little bit of work there. I've got it Zenithal highlighted now after the video. And we'll see something about that in the future. Thanks again for watching, guys. Surah.